Obas, my name is Jack the Greek, and welcome back for another one of my episodes. Today, you might be asking, what are we cooking on the CrossRay BBQ? We've got this beautiful 7-kilo rack of T-bone steak. But no, we're not going to cook today. What we're going to do today is get this steak. We have to thank our friends at Smoked and Cured in Campbellfield for providing our beautiful Mystic Gully dry-aged steak bags. Now, of course, this is the large size, but let's see how we go. It's the first time we're going to be doing this. Jack the Greek, dry aging our own beautiful T-bone. Come in close and thank also our friends at Mario's Meats for this beautiful piece of meat. And as you can see inside as well, there is the fillet, plenty of fat around here, and of course here the marble. Look at the marble that you can see here, beautiful. And again, a nice layer of fat on the back to protect it while we're dry aging it. So the first thing we need to do, and you can see it's quite windy outside, is prepare and get our bag ready. It's going to be the first time we're doing this. So let's see how we go. We've also got our food saver vacuum sealer as well, because we're going to have to vacuum seal the bag when we put it in the fridge. And it's going to sit in the fridge at about 3 degrees and 80% humidity for around 45 days. So this is the bag. When you get inside it, it comes with 6 bags, just here, some instructions, and of course a little bit of cloth, and that's what we use to seal the bag. And let's put this away for now, just here, because what we need to do is get our bag ready. And there's our bag. These are the large bags that you can buy. And of course, with a bit of meat this big, we're going to need a large bag. Now we've got to be quite careful, because we don't want to rip the bag, and we want to keep it clean as well. So what you need to do is just fold it over, just like that. So we'll fold it over. And of course, Jack the Greek's a little bit nervous. It's the first time we're doing this. So let's see how we go. As you can see, you've got to give it a little bit of a help as well, because and depending on the machine you have, is how strong your vacuum will be. So mine's taking a little bit longer than what normally would for my sausages or my bacon or my ham, but it is a large bag and it is a big piece of meat. So I've had to actually press the seal button, the vacuum seal button on the machine 3 times now. So this is the 3rd time, and you've got to be careful that you don't actually put the seal. So I've just turned it off like that. I'll give that about 5 seconds, and I reckon it needs one more vacuum attempt before I actually seal it. We're nearly there. There we go. Sealing it now, and it's taken us around close to about 7-8 minutes to finish it, because I guess my machine is a little bit small. So I'm going to seal it. Oh, not yet. I've got to wait a couple of seconds, but I'm going to seal it 2 or 3 times, because it's going to be in the fridge for 45 days. I want to make sure that the seal is actually going to hold for that time. There we go. So we'll let that go, and there we go. Okay. So in about 45 days, we'll take it out of the fridge, and then we'll be able to cook it on our CrossRay BBQ. I can't wait. Here we go. It's finished. Let's have a look. We'll open up our. There we go. Beautiful. There we have it. Beautiful, sealed all the way. A beautiful T-bone steak for our friends at Mario's Meats. I'm Jack the Greek, and welcome back again. We're fast forwarding 35 days with our beautiful T-bone steak that we've been dry aging. We've been dry aging it in the fridge. We had vacuum sealed it for 35 days. I've just broken the seal and I ripped the bag up, and I'm just going to completely rip it up now and get really excited to see what it looks like. Look at this. Opas. Beautiful. We've never done this before. This is a first for Jack the Greek. Dry aging, beautiful beef. And of course, we've got to thank our friends at Preston Market, Mario's Meats, for our beautiful T-bone steaks today. Now, we're going to cook it on the CrossRay BBQ, but we've got to clean up the meat first. We've got to take off some of the blackness, the darkness that's on either side, just like that. And of course, on some of the skin as well, and clean up the inside as well. So we'll prepare that. We'll start cleaning it. But for the CrossRay BBQ, we're going to have all burners on low. Depends how many steaks you're going to cook. And for about 6 minutes on either side. We want to leave it as medium rare. So around 3/4 of an inch is what I'm going to cut these beautiful steaks after we clean it up. Now it's time to clean up our steak. The first thing I'm going to do is just take a layer off like this. Just all the way around. Not too thick, but just take off enough. And look at that. Look underneath. Beautiful. Look at that. You can see it. How beautiful it is. Excellent. Look at that. And we'll come around the other side as well. And look at that. Opas. And look at that. Beautiful. Look at that marble. Excellent. Thanks again to Mark from Mario's Meats at Preston Market. So we'll do the same thing with the other side. And we'll just keep cleaning it up. Just like this. There we go. Take off a little bit on either side. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that beautiful just T-bone. About finished. Cleaning up our T-bone steak, getting it ready to cut on the meat saw. There we go. Beautiful. We've taken off enough. The rest we'll clean up as we're cleaning up our beautiful T-bone steak. And there you go. You can see I've taken a layer of the fat off, cleaned it from the inside, and now it's ready to cut up on the meat saw. See you back in a minute. So we're back now, and as you can see, the plate and the table is a lot more full than what it was before. We've got our condiments on the left here. We've got our mushrooms, our parsley, garlic, butter, chives, some chili, salt and pepper, oregano, and of course olive oil to complement our meal. But hey, what is it all about today? It's about our T-bone steaks. And we've just had them cut on our meat saw, and here they are here. Come in close and you'll see the beautiful marble the steaks have. They haven't been cleaned up yet because you do need to clean them like your butcher would wipe them down like this. Would wipe them down and cut the edges off as well. And that's how you'd get your T-bone steak. So what he would do, he'll traditionally cut this off just like this and probably take a little bit of skin off, or fat on the side, just like this, and he'd plate it up and serve it to you like that in the butcher's display. So that's how you'd have your T-bone steak, and you can see it's a nice small animal that we have today. And here is the rest of our pieces. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cook just one piece, and I'm going to show you how we can cook it on the CrossRay BBQ with a side dish of mushrooms. So I've just cut up a few steaks there just to show you, and now what I'm going to do with them after I've finished cooking the beautiful steak is I'm going to put them in vacuum seal bags, and we're going to leave them in the fridge for another couple of weeks, and by then they'll be all gone. So today let's just pick one from here. We'll pick one from this pile here, and I reckon we go for this one here. We'll just use that one there. So these as well will be cut up shortly, and we will put them away as well. So here we are. Put that away, the extra fat there, and we've got our beautiful steak here. So that's ready. That's all we're going to do. But before we put that on, we're going to make our mushrooms. So first of all, I've preheated my CrossRay BBQ to around 250 degrees with 2 burners on high just here on the side. The other 2 burners will turn on in a couple of minutes. Okay, so I've got the pan there sitting on the CrossRay BBQ with the 2 burners on high. That's not going to take very long at all to warm up. So we'll put a little bit of olive oil first, just like that. Beautiful. There we have it there. And of course, we're going to get our mushrooms ready. But what we'll do is we'll just wait a couple of minutes and let that olive oil heat up. Come back over here and let me show you what we're going to do with our steak. Just a little bit of oregano on top. Nice and simple. There we have it. A bit of salt. Excellent. Like that. Keep it simple. You don't need to overspice your steak. And of course, it needs a little bit of pepper as well. Crushed pepper everywhere you can. There we go. So, let's have a look at our mushrooms. See how they're going. Let's try our oil. You can see that already. It started to warm up and cook as well. There we go. That means we can put them in. That didn't take long at all, did it? So I'll put them in there. And all we're going to do with our mushrooms is just cook some mushrooms just to have them on the side. No sauce today, just as a bit of a mezze, as they say, on the side of your steak. Okay, so you can see the mushrooms now, 2-3 minutes into their cooking time, they started to caramelise and started to change colour. The next thing we need to do is put some butter. Yep, we've gone through the olive oil, but now it's time for the butter. And then we'll put that in there like that. The next thing we'll do is move it around a little bit, but get the garlic in. Beautiful 3 cloves of crushed garlic. Beautiful. There we have it. So that's going well. And let the butter melt before we add anything else. Beautiful. Look at that smell. Opas. I can smell the beautiful garlic coming through the mushrooms. So we'll let that keep cooking. And now it's time to turn on the other 2 burners. And we're going to put them on low on the CrossRay BBQ. And I would say with the T-bone steak that we have here, going to take around 2 minutes either side to cook on the CrossRay BBQ. They're not that thick, they're about ½ an inch thick, 3/4 of an inch thick. I've now got 2 steaks because one of the steaks we're going to leave it whole and the other one we're going to slice it up into nice pieces. And now add a bit of a texture and a flavour to the actual pan. Beautiful. Can't wait. So, we're back now. You might as well come back with me. Here we are. You can see it all frying away, the beautiful butter, the garlic. We're going to add some chilli. Just a little bit of chilli. Just like that. Opa. And of course, we're going to add our chives, because this doesn't take long. We're not going to need 2-3 minutes, and our beautiful mushrooms will be ready. We need some pepper. We'll put that in. Crushed pepper, of course, where you can. And we'll turn the burners on low as well now to let the mushrooms cook. And of course, we need some salt. We put that on there like that. Excellent. There we have it. The other burners, see how they're going? They're warming up now. They're nearly there before we put the steak on. But very important for amateurs, never put a steak on the grill. That is just having the last bit of a peek to see how our mushrooms are going before we put our steak on. And you can see the mushrooms are just about cooked. So what we're going to do is add our parsley. That's the last thing. Fresh parsley from Jack the Greek's backyard. Opa. There we go. Now we can turn them off. We don't need these 2 strips on at the moment. We can just turn off the grill underneath, because there's enough heat in that to cook that now through all the way. So let's turn our attention to our beautiful steak. Remember, we've been dry aging it for about 35 days. We've cut it up and now we're about to cook it before we plate it up. I've got 2 steaks. You can show me get one ready. With the second one, I'm probably going to cut it up in slices as I'm plating it up on our beautiful board. So the key thing here is not to overcook your steak. With these steaks, I'm going to cook them for 2 minutes on either side, not 1 second more. So here we go. We put our salt, pepper and our oregano, and now it's time to put our beautiful steaks like this on our beautiful CrossRay BBQ grill. We'll give it 2 minutes, we'll turn it over, and then we'll plate it up. So we better get quick and get ready to get our plate. It's been 2 minutes, like I promised, coming close, and let's turn over our beautiful steak. Look at it here, cooking away, sizzling, listen to it. Opas, there we go. Look at that. Opas. You won't get better than that. Beautiful 35-day dry-aged T-bone steak cooked on the CrossRay BBQ. We'll give that 2 more minutes and then it's plated up with our... Back now, it's been another 2 minutes. It's time to take our T-bone steaks off. We'll just put them on the top rack, just like that for now. And we'll turn off our CrossRay BBQ and start getting ourselves ready at the front here. Opa. So we can't forget, we do have our beautiful T-bones just here that we cut up earlier, just on show there. Our beautiful 35-day age T-bone steaks. Okay, so here's our plate. We're going to get ready, but of course, we're going to grab our T-bone steak. The first one is the big one I said. What we're going to do with this, so we'll just get that ready to plate up. There we go. With this one here, we're just going to slice it off the bone, just like this. We'll cut it nicely all the way there. Look at that. And of course, we've cooked it medium rare, because that's what we want. Beautiful, just like that. There we go. And we'll grab the fillet as well. Just here. If you want to cook it a bit longer, you can. Of course, for me, medium rare is ideal way of eating some beautiful dry age T-bone steak. Just there. We'll just put that there like that. And here we have some beautiful, beautiful steak. Let's have a look at it. Look at that. Look at these beautiful slices. Cooked 2 minutes either side on the CrossRay BBQ. Opas, beautiful. Look at that. Immaculate. And the fillet, we'll cut that up as well in a minute. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Look how soft and juicy that is. Beautiful, tender, beautiful. There we go. So we're going to plate that up in a sec. I just wanted to show you that, how it's ended up. Our next piece, you got beautiful T-bone steak. We're just going to place on the plate, just like this. We've got some of our beautiful pieces to complement here. There we go. Just like this. Put a couple more. And someone's telling me, don't forget the mushrooms. Well, I'm not going to forget the mushrooms. They're going to come out now. We'll grab them as well. And there we have it, our beautiful mushrooms. And with these, we'll just put them around here. Just like that. There we go. Could you think of a better meal to have on a weeknight? Cooked in around 7-8 minutes, including the mushrooms, all on your CrossRay BBQ. So here we have it, we're nearly done. I'll just set it all up nicely for the presentation, just like that. Here's a couple of bits here. Beautiful. Okay, let's put this away and just put it to the side for now. And here we have it. Beautiful T-bone steak, dried aged 35 days by Jack the Greek. You can see it there, ready to be put away. But we thought we'll cook some today as we prepared our beautiful dry aged T-bone steak. Cooked on the CrossRay BBQ, 2 minutes either side. Put some mushrooms on the side with some garlic and herbs. And there we have it, a beautiful dish for your family. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jack the Greek.